Welcome to this presentation on how to write the CIPD Level 5 questions for 5CO01 assessment for 2025-26. You can visit our website by clicking on link provided in comment sections or chat with us on WhatsApp on clicking link to get best expert help. You will find how to write this question in this video. Kindly subscribe us to and message us on. This slide assesses how changes to selection processes have influenced organizational culture at Chaffinch Group. Previously, CIPD House used a collaborative recruitment approach where employees participated in interviews and behaviors were valued as highly as qualifications. This supported strong person-organization fit and reinforced a caring, values-driven culture. Under Chaffinch Group, recruitment increasingly relies on agency workers whose suitability is checked externally, with no further cultural assessment. This transactional approach prioritizes speed and cost over cultural alignment. As a result, shared values and behavioral consistency may decline. The absence of employee involvement in recruitment also reduces ownership and collective responsibility. According to person-organization fit theory, alignment between individual and organizational values influences engagement and performance. By moving away from participative selection methods, Chaffinch Group risks weakening the cultural cohesion that previously underpinned high commitment and quality care. The increased reliance on agency workers has significantly influenced behaviors within CIPD House. Temporary workers may not share the history, values, or emotional connection that permanent staff developed under Kirsten's leadership. This can reduce team cohesion and continuity of care for residents. Existing employees report heavier workloads as they cover gaps, contributing to stress and dissatisfaction. From a cultural perspective, the organization appears to be shifting from a relational, community-based environment to a more task-driven and compliance-focused setting. Social identity theory suggests that strong group belonging enhances cooperation and motivation. Frequent workforce changes weaken this identity. In care settings particularly, stability supports trust between residents and staff. Therefore, changes in selection strategy have indirectly affected service quality, morale, and collaborative behaviors, altering the previously supportive and engaged organizational culture. Under Kirsten's leadership, employee voice was embedded through regular meetings and one-to-one discussions. This participative style supported engagement, trust, and psychological safety. Following the acquisition, CATH's autocratic management approach limits discussion and discourages challenge. Communication of policies via email further reduces dialogue and shared understanding. Employee voice theory highlights that opportunities to express opinions increase commitment and organizational citizenship behaviors. When voice mechanisms decline, employees may disengage or withdraw effort. Reports of rising turnover and sickness absence suggest employees feel unheard and undervalued. The loss of meaningful consultation has therefore altered behavioral norms, shifting from collaboration and empowerment to compliance and silence. This transition reflects a move from a high-involvement culture to a more hierarchical and bureaucratic one, influencing both morale and performance outcomes. The combined changes to selection and employee voice have produced measurable cultural consequences. Employee engagement appears to have declined, evidenced by higher turnover and sickness levels. The psychological contract may feel breached, as expectations of involvement and shared purpose have not been maintained. When employees perceive reduced fairness or respect, discretionary effort typically falls. Residents have also expressed dissatisfaction, suggesting service quality may be affected. Organizational culture influences customer experience. Therefore, behavioral changes among staff can directly affect occupancy rates and revenue. From a strategic HRM perspective, aligning people practices with organizational values is critical to sustaining performance. Chaffinch Group's focus on return on investment may have overlooked the cultural assets that previously differentiated CIPD House. This demonstrates how people management decisions can significantly reshape behaviors and business outcomes. To rebuild a positive organizational culture, Chaffinch Group should adopt a more strategic approach to people management. Reintroducing values-based recruitment and involving existing employees in selection could improve cultural fit and commitment. Structured voice mechanisms, such as regular team forums or employee surveys, would restore dialogue and trust. Leadership development for managers like Kath could encourage a more inclusive style, balancing performance targets with engagement. Research in high-performance work systems shows that participation, development, and fair processes enhance both well-being and productivity. Aligning the people strategy with the care-centered mission of the organization would also strengthen resident satisfaction and reputation. By recognizing that culture is a competitive asset rather than a barrier to efficiency, Chaffinch Group can improve retention, service quality, and long-term financial sustainability while meeting its occupancy goals.